Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. Today, we've got the draft and some set boxes of the older sets. Are they doing as well as the collector boxes? Probably not, but hey, you don't know until you look. Hell, I didn't know what the collector boxes were doing until someone was like, hey, have you seen this? And I was like, holy. Anyway, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. Links in the description to support the channel. Become a member on YouTube or Patreon to get entered into the free drawings that we have for membership for free cards, other good deals, and other sweetness to support the channel. So, with all that said, let's get into it. So, we're going to start off where we started off to begin with. Phyrexian, all will be one. So, as we look at the set booster display, still sporting a 130 average. Not terrible, not great. This is an increase from where it was. But I think the important thing here to look at for this price is it's out of print. We know it's a good set, has good cards. But it's on par with play boosters. This box has been repriced to a play booster style pricing. Because most places you get a play booster for 115. I mean, you can still buy them for 130, 140 from TCG Player and other places if that's how you're feeling. But anyway, so this I think is a good price fixing. You can see here, it was down in the 125s. It slowly went up down to 129. It was as low as 123. It's basically static, but it is on a slight incline, showing that there is interest in the product like we saw with the collector boosters. As far as listings go, the currently 30 listings. As you can see, there's 22 there. There is a crap ton of these boxes, but 130 is the cheapest as of the filming of this video, so repricing has happened, and you might catch a box cheaper than 130 from some straggling sellers and what have you, but I think this price is here to stay, and as you can see, it's just going up from there. So that clearly means draft's doing great, right? No, not even close. It's actually right at 100, which is about what I expect it to be, considering it's basically the vanilla of the sets. You know, set boosters had the list and some extra cards and art cards. The draft boosters just have a rare, just one, like before all the juicing of the extra stuff. So it is what it is. So this is still pretty low. You can see it's really fell off in favorability, mainly because when you have draft boosters, the set's got to be powerful and very worthwhile for it to hold value, because there's just not really a lot of stuff in there. There's no flashy collectibles or high dollar cards unless the cards are already in the set. But at 100, you can see it was up around 106. Some people, I guess, are speculating on the fact it might go up too. But it has come back down to 100. I think this is probably where it's going to stay. I expect this to stay around $20 to $30 less than the set boosters. With the set boosters at 130, 140, this is about right. And I think every $100 the set boosters go up, we'll see a $30 decrease or $20 decrease in the price of this. So at it's 130 now. This is 1. So when it gets to 260, this will be 2. So forth and so on. I believe that's where we're going to be going in the market, at least for a little while until something changes. 45 listings. Not a lot of boxes, mainly because draft boxes are used a lot for draft. Imagine that. But I'm sure there's plenty out there. And again, when you have collector boosters and other things like that, there's just not a lot of demand for the base model, we'll say. Moving on, we have Wilds of Eldraine. Again, this is the set boosters propping up the 125, roughly 130. This is newer, but also still a good set. It's only a little bit cheaper than All Will Be One, but again, like I said, a newer set. The ability to get the art cards, the rares, and the extra basically non-foil anime cards makes the set boosters really sweet. As you can see, you look at the chart, it's a roller coaster all over God's green earth of, people stop buying it, so people start lowering it, then people buy it because it got cheap, and then people stop when it goes up, and then pretty much it's, nobody wants it. Somebody listed something cheap, so people bought them. And then nobody wants them, listed them. Somebody listed some of them cheap. People started buying them, and nobody listed them cheap. And then somebody listed them cheap. Somebody started buying them, and it went back up. I think we're going to see that for a while until this kind of flushes out the market. But not bad at all. 29 listings. You can see there's lots of the boxes over here. So this is going to hold around 130, much like all will be one. Even for a newer set, it's kind of nice for it to be caught up with it. The draft boosters for this set, though, are 113, about $15 more, a little closer to the set box. I think that, again, has a lot to do with how good the cards are in the set. Not only for draft, but just the playability in general. So you can see here the draft box got down to 100, just like all will be one. But the favorability of the set, the cards, the flavor, anime, just the whatever it is slowly driving that price back up. And I think it's going to continue to go up, which will also drive the set price up, because draft and set boosters can't be the same price. That's just not how this works. So yeah. Look at the number of sellers. There's 37 listings currently. Starting around 113 and just going up. So, not bad. Respectful Wilds of Eldraine. Respectful. Lost Caverns of Ixalan. This bad boy. So, here's the set box, 125. We talked about how great the collector box was doing. Again, still around the 130 range. You can see it here. Again, we have a roller coaster ride of, as soon as we see some cheap ones, people buy them up. So I think the real price is at 126. This is people short selling whatever they have because they think they can get rid of it because it's not going to have any value. And some people buying high because they see a trend of people buying the low ones. It's weird. But again, here at the end, we have 35 listings, around 125. This is a good price. I think the set's going to do well. This will probably perform as well as Wilds of Eldraine. I think these two sets have the most promise as far as non-collector boxes. But that's just my personal opinion with that. We're not going to worry about the draft boxes. It's the same price as the other ones. This is Murder at Karloff Manor. The trash set at 105. Amazingly, the play boosters are as cheap as draft. Of course, the set sucks, it crashes, it's not worth nothing, the cards are junk, and a lot of that's probably true. But if you actually look at the chart on this thing, you can see 95 down to 85, hovering way down there. Suddenly a $15 to $20 increase. That tells me there's a repricing going on, because there's no reason for this set to gain that kind of monetary value unless people start realizing, hey, this stuff's too cheap. You know what I mean? So, very interesting. Now, with that being said, it's also a lot to say that, it's doing that with 60 listings of high box values, 180 boxes plus, probably 200 to 250, but is still on par with some of the other sets, draft boxes. That says a lot. Just in the grand scheme of things. Now, granted, these are play boosters, so it's kind of bad. It's $20 off the high, but or what they should be selling for. However, they are $20 higher than normal. So I think there's something to be said about that when we look at the big picture. So all in all, I think what this means is, with play boosters coming out and setting a new price line for a base for what a box of Magic cards is, older cards and older sets are going to have to be repriced to that base model, at least if they're not higher. And if they are higher, they need to go above that to make up the difference. You can't have an old set for 120 and then Wizards start selling boxes for 120 and the old set don't change its price. The old set has to adjust, and it will eventually. Somebody will notice, hey, a new play booster box costs me 130. Or I could buy this old set with some powerful cards in it for the same price that's out of print. And then later, when I have more money, buy the newer set. And heck, if I wait long enough, the newer set might go on sale because it rotates out like it always does and gets a little cheaper. Or I can wait for somebody to catch a sale when these older boxes probably won't be going on sale too many more times, if at all. So there you have it, my friends. With that said, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you liked the videos. Don't forget, Halloween giveaways coming up. Make sure you become a member of the channel or Patreon. Until next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you across from the game table.